remember what time of year it was, but I know that it was cold out. It was getting to where you shouldn't take your clothes off outdoors anymore. It was the end of the season. It was probably the end of October. And my friend Rick and I had gone out for a walk in the cemetery. And it was a nice day. It was a little chilly, like I said, but it was a beautiful autumn day. And he had to go pee. Well, for boys, that's very easy. It's just, you know, point and shoot. So he went pee, and I was like, wow, that looked so easy. And I had to go pee too. So I was like, well, how hard could it be? I hadn't gone outdoors in a while. I was like, really? Can't be that bad. So I found a place that was secluded, some bushes I could hide behind, and I looked around. I knew it was going to be important, you know, planning ahead. I had to find a good leaf for afterwards. So I found a leaf. It was a big green oval leaf. It looked very friendly and harmless, and I said to myself, this would be an ideal leaf for after I go pee. And yeah, so I picked my leaf, and I went behind my little bushes, and the ground was going downhill, and everything was like perfect. Everything was lining up, the fates were with me. I went pee. I didn't even pee on my foot like I usually do. So I was doing well. I did my cleanup. I did what I had to do, and we continued with our walk. Now, as we were walking, I thought I felt something in my underwear. Maybe I got a twig in my underwear or something. I didn't know. So I was, kind of like, we're walking. There wasn't anyone around, but I kept, checking because I'm like trying to get the twig out or whatever out of my underwear. So we're walking along, and I have my hand stuck down the back of my pants. It was kind of embarrassing, and I couldn't find anything in my pants. What the heck? Why is it so itchy? All right, whatever. So later we get home, and I'm like, why is my butt still itchy? I took my little mirror, and I looked at my butt in the mirror, and there were some mysterious red bumps on my butt, and I was like, oh no, what's happening to me? I'm dying. So the next day, too, I had red bumps on my hand. I had a red rash on my face. My friend Rick had gotten itchy rash on his hand. My mother got some on her face. So I was left with the conclusion that that harmless-looking leaf that I wiped my butt with was not so harmless after all. And just drip dry. Don't go for the leaf. It's not worth it.
We are massmouth.com. We present story in live performance in Massachusetts. And this is a series of slams that we've started in Boston that will run from October till 2010, March. And in April, we will have a big mouth off where the winners of these slams will get a chance to compete for fabulous prizes. Here is Paul Kolovich, our first winner. It's also his first story ever told in performance.
This is actually my first time ever doing something like this. So I feel a bit like what Kevin was talking about with the whole dancing in the stomach. So let's just leap into it. Yeah. On the night of October 31st, 1999, you could see the pumpkin of the harvest moon setting over Iowa. My brother was 10, I was 6. We lived in a small house in Iowa, and we spent our time finding wizards in the willow trees, creatures in the cornfields, and horrors in the heat pipes that ran beneath our house. We were the kings of the night after dinner and kings of the mid-afternoon before. No one could stop us. Except our two sisters, who we despised. They would chase us around with perfume, and we hated them. But this was All Hallows Eve, and my brother and I were coming back from a party at our local elementary school. The house was dark and there were no cars in the driveway. There was no indication